Hey guys, welcome back to the Fool Show. Of course, I am Foolish Phil. Just doing a quick recap of the Lions versus Minnesota Vikings game. Just another classic of the Lions. Just go down and get field goals instead of touchdowns. Another example of how Matt Patricia is being out-coached, how he doesn't seem to know what to do. Again, the Lions don't score in the second half, just like last week versus Buffalo. It's just a mess. But what do you expect? This is the Detroit Lions. They've been good like hardly any time in my lifetime, and I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. And I just don't know what's going to change. You have interviews after the game talking about players saying we just got to change some personnel. Does that mean coaches, GM, players obviously are the most likely to change? Now, a few thoughts. Once again, Matt Patricia is getting out-coached. He doesn't know when to go for it on fourth down, like midfield. He's midfield, and he doesn't go for deep punts. And then when he's at his own, like inside his own 20, he goes for it. Just makes no sense. He clearly is outmatched against other NFL coaches. And, of course, he's an assistant coach. And if you look at New England, their tree off of Bill Belichick hasn't really been that good. It's Bill Belichick has gotten Tom Brady. And so there you go. And he got good assistants too. And there you go. So it is what it is. Now, do I think Matt Patricia can get the Lions to where they can win games? Yeah. I actually think they can, if they stay the course. This year's focus is just to add talent with free agency and with the draft. So I'm not in this thing where you got to get rid of Matt Patricia yet. I mean, it's been 1 year. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, he's going to change things around, and I'm not going to take the excuse angle because pretty much every NFL team has lots of people on IR by this time in the season because they're not going to come back. So you just put them on IR. That's not anything too bad. I would admit if we had Galladay and Johnson, it would have probably helped. And of course, trading Tate hurt, but we'll get that third round pick. So be it. Looking ahead, I see no reason for Matt Stafford to play in the final game. Maybe he comes out and just plays one series to keep his little dumb consecutive game streak going. It's in the 130s now. Like, does anyone really care how many games in a row you play? I guess last year the New York Giant fan base was all up in arms that they sat Eli Manning down, and so like, whoa, okay, they didn't. The coaches and owner didn't see that type of reaction. And, well, you can see they probably should have, sat him down again. Played some younger quarterbacks. But they kept with Eli. Different topic. Stafford, we're saddled with him. We were stupid and gave him that huge contract. As I understand it, if we trade him, there's like a $30 million cap hit. So, maybe I misunderstand what people are saying, but I don't think anyone's going to take him. He's a good quarterback. And you need a good quarterback, but the Lions were stupid and overpaid for one. Because, well, we have one, we don't want to lose it. Again, you just look at Nick Foles in Philadelphia, backup quarterback. He's got 2 wins this year. Matt Stafford has 5. And I think Nick Foles costs many, many, many $1 million less than Nick Foles does. So, there's something to that. Again, the new trend in the NFL is get young quarterbacks on rookie deals and then build the defense and offense around them. You can look at how Seattle did it. You can look at how the Rams are doing it. It's just that's the way to do it now. The Lions did it backwards, and they're paying the price. You can look at the Packers. They have the great Aaron Rodgers, but they got no one to throw to because they have to spend so much money on their quarterback. All right, looking ahead to the offseason. Lions need a few things. Obviously, we can talk about this more, but obviously they need wide receivers, they need linebackers and DNs, especially they're not going to bring back Anza back. He was just a total failure again. As soon as you start giving people the franchise tag, it's like, oh, this is terrible. I mean, just went bad with Pittsburgh with Le'Veon Bell. It's just not a good thing. The players hate it. It was supposed to be put in place to help the players, to get them lots of money. But the players hate it because it has just a 1-year deal. It's no security. And you know what? The Lions were done with On, so let him go. Try to get a new cornerback. Tabor is Tabor. I always thought it was Tibor. If you know The Simpsons, there was a character from Tibor that Homer likes to blame for things, and then Tibor like actually gets like promoted before Homer does. But that's a different topic. But Tabor is this terrible, worthless offensive line. You gotta replace a few people. Obviously, I would love to cut LeGarrette Blount. Again, that goes back to play calling. Why is Blount getting calls for run plays when Zach Zenner's running a whole bunch better? I mean, LeGarrette Blount he can get to speed. It just takes him 5 yards to get to speed, and by that time he's tackled for a 3-yard loss in the backfield. So that experiment with LeGarrette Blount exploded on us, and I hope we can just cut him and just cut our losses, because he has no future with the Lions. I wouldn't mind if they would kind of maybe get rid of Theo Riddick. I think just having a third down back like him is kind of worthless, really. He takes up a roster spot. I'd rather have it used on someone else. Usually running backs, you can get a lot of good talented running backs. Even undrafted running backs. Like Buffalo last week had an undrafted running back. He ran pretty good against the Lions, so what's that worth? I don't know. So, in summary, the Lions are, again, a hot mess. With Jim Caldwell, things weren't as messy, but Caldwell could get us to the pin, like right there, but couldn't get us over the edge. So the fan base, the ownership got tired of it and moved on. And you know what? Sometimes you move in the right direction, sometimes you don't move in the right direction. Based on it being the Lions, it seems like they have probably chosen the wrong direction again. But you got to give Patricia more time. Alright, so what do you guys think are the biggest problems with the Lions? Do they have to fire Patricia? I think they got to get rid of Jim Bob Cooter. I think he'll be the sacrificial lamb to get a new offense in there. And honestly, how many third and long draws can you get? So I'm sick of Jim Bob Cooter. So I think they move on with him. I think everyone else stays. I don't think Patricia gets fired. Bob Quinn will have his good draft picks if the Lions don't go off and blow the game and win next week. Hopefully get a top 5 draft pick for whatever it's worth. It should be fun watching Aaron Rodgers carve up the Lions. It always is. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts. Any thoughts, ideas, what the Lions should do, except for maybe disenfranchise, go away, move the team. How about move the team to, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm just throwing out a name, Albuquerque or something. I don't know. Obviously that's not true, but just get rid of the team, take them somewhere else. Hey, thanks for watching and listening to me vent about the Lions and their pathetic play of this pathetic season. They did win 5 games. I thought they were going to win 2 or 3, so that's same old Lions. They go out and they win those games they shouldn't, and then they lose the games they shouldn't. So it's great. Good job, Lions. Another stupendous year. Alright. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks to the new subscribers, and I'll see you guys next time.